Hello and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be going through how to add images to your Adobe files and also how to image trace as well. So to start, what we got to do is get our image into the file. So go up to File and you're going to come down to Place. So once you click that, you got to find what photo you wanted to bring in. So say I want to bring in this dog again, and you see that it's very, very large. And we don't want it that large. So after that, you can hold Shift and Alt as you click and drag, and it will shrink it from the center. So it'll proportionally shrink it down. So you can see how it does that. And then say I want to crop it too and get more of just the dog. Go ahead and right click, hit crop, and then I'll go ahead and crop it a little bit here. Get just more of our subject, the dog. And then after that, to apply this crop, you have to go to the Properties tab and click Apply. Now, if you're not sure where that is on your thing over here, or if you don't see it, you can always go up to Window, and then these are alphabetized, so scroll down until you see Properties, and then click that, and it'll either pop it open wherever it's at, or it'll automatically spawn it in kind of on your artboard, and then you can move it around and put it wherever you like. So yeah, that's how you do that. And you can also, if you select the image from the properties area, you can also find crop image here. So that's another spot you can get it. But yeah, that's how you go ahead and do the image and get our dog here. So now we're going to go ahead and use the image trace tool. This one's particularly nice for when you even have like a simple drawing that you want to change into a vector. Those are nice because then you can save some more time in terms of drawing. So to start, we're going to go ahead and select the image we want to trace, and then find the image trace dialog box. So in our case, if you don't see it again, go up to Window and then find it here because they're alphabetized. Click Image Trace, it'll pop open. So then once you have your image trace icon open, go ahead and make sure you have the image selected, and you can hit the preview icon. And so if we hit preview, this one shows that it's a very large image, so it'll take a while to trace it, but it's already set on black and white, and we'll just go ahead and try it. And you can see how it comes out with your preview. And if you don't like how it is, just hit Control Z to backspace it. And then you can change your settings. So say I want it in color. Well, you can have up to 30 colors, it looks like, but I don't think we're going to break Illustrator today, so we'll drop it down to say like 5 colors. And then if I hit preview again, it'll say yes, it's a big image, so it doesn't like it so much. You can see it takes a little time. So like if your image is smaller, then it works a lot faster and a little bit better, but you can see it's still handling that large image rather well. And you get kind of this neat effect, even just using a few colors. And say I wanted to keep this and I like it, so I'm going to take off the preview and hit trace, so it will secure that, and now it is traced as so. And to finish it, what you need to do is select the image, go up to Object, then go down to Image Trace, and you got to hit Expand. This will release it into an actual like vector graphic rather than just a cluster of, see, these pixels. So once it does that, now you can see it's an actual vector graphic that has like individual components based on those colors that we had selected, those 5 colors that it chose. And say I wanted to like edit a particular thing, you can use your direct selection tool, which is the A button on your keyboard. Or if I wanted to change stuff, you can also ungroup this now. And then what will happen is you'll get, say like in your layers, you have all these individual paths now, which are all little pieces of this. So it's not ideal for like large images, but what you can do now is say I wanted to change that color to blue. You can do that. So there's lots of interesting things that you can do with the image trace. I particularly use it just for some simple things if it saves me time and I already have an image. Otherwise, I'll tend to like draw vectors over the image too, but that'll be another video that I'll do. Also butting in here, I just decided let's try the 30 color image trace just to see what happens and see how accurate it really is. And this one here is actually the 30 color image trace that I did. So if I say I delete this and I want to show you, This was, remember, our 5-color image trace that we did. Now doing our 30. We're going to go ahead and go to image trace again and make sure you have your image selected. So if it doesn't read it, just go ahead and click off and click back on it. It'll pop up now. And I want to go to color, and let's try this 30 and see what it does. So let's zoom in and see. And click OK. Even though it's a big image, it doesn't really like it. We'll see what it does. So it takes a minute, but this is actually a really, really powerful tool. So, and now this is actually a vector. So if I want to keep it, I'll hit trace, and then I go up to object, go down to image trace and hit expand. And this now releases it into vectors that you can see all of these little lines that it's traced. So this is in fact a vector of this image now, which is really, really cool because it is really, really accurate. So that's a very powerful tool that you have available. And you can also do other things, like if you just wanted 5 colors to have more of a cool effect. Yeah, so there are so many things you can do with image trace, and it turned out really good. So yeah, that's overall just kind of the fun stuff that you can do with image tracing.